What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media, bringing you Ravens content every single day. If you want to stay up to the Ravens content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell if you want to get notified every single time I upload a brand new video, because I'll try and upload Ravens news and things like that. And when there isn't Ravens news, I obviously just talk about Ravens opinions and things that I have predictions and all that stuff. So don't worry, the content is daily. All the viewers, y'all already know. But in today's video, it is a news video. As you can tell by the title, Rashod Bateman is back. He was activated from IR, as was Myles Boykin, as was Justin Houston, and those guys that were put on the reserve list. So they're all activated. Rashod Bateman did practice today. I can read the tweet from I believe it was Adam Schefter. Yeah, Adam Schefter says Ravens activated wide receivers Rashod Bateman and Myles Boykin from injured reserve in time for today's practice. And PFF Baltimore Ravens also said that they would be practicing today. So that's big. That is massive. That is one of the biggest things that we've been waiting for, and it's one of the biggest concerns that we as Ravens fans have had all offseason since Rashod Bateman got hurt. When exactly would he be back? And the diagnosis was kind of like, yeah, he could come back, to practice after week 3, but it really could depend. He could be back week 6. He could be back week 7. Like, it really all depends on his recovery time. And when I say Rashod Bateman is back, this does not mean he is playing on Sunday. Okay, I need to specify that right now. This does not mean that he's going to be coming back, because one of the biggest things that the Ravens have to look at is, do they really need Bateman to come back? Like, right now, they don't need to force him to come back. This isn't a must-win playoff game. This is week 4 of the NFL season, and they're going up against the Denver Broncos, who I got to give them their respect. I predicted them to be a very solid team, if you didn't know, on one of my other channels where I talk about broader football. My co-host and I, Matt, we talked a lot about the Denver Broncos. Now we think that they're very underrated and could very well be a playoff team. So do not sleep on the Denver Broncos. But it is more important for the Ravens to make sure that Rashod Bateman is healthy before they put him out on the field, because they do not want, worst case scenario is they put him out too early, he gets hurt, and then he's not able to play when the Ravens really need him down the stretch of the season into the postseason, because this team is trying to contend for a Super Bowl. And putting a guy out there that isn't ready and also needs to get back into game shape. He hasn't played a game. He didn't play in any preseason games. So he's missed significant time and will still need to be, readjusted into playing, head-to-head football rather than just padless practices, because that's pretty much what he was playing in all offseason. And so one of the biggest things, like I said, when will he come back? I'm really hoping for a Monday night comeback against the Indianapolis Colts. But the biggest thing that I think people are kind of forgetting is, how much will he be used when he does get back? Because this isn't like if Lamar Jackson was injured and he missed 3 weeks of the season. When Lamar Jackson comes back, he's taking every snap. They're running the offense at full capacity. If Mark Andrews is out for 3 weeks and he comes back, he's number 1 tight end. He's out there every play. But with Rashod Bateman, we don't really know exactly where he lies on the depth chart. Everybody's assumption is that he is top 3. Whether I don't think he's number 1 on the Ravens kind of depth chart and things like that. But everybody thinks he's kind of top 3 with Sammy and Marquise Brown. But the way that the Ravens utilize their rookie wide receivers is they don't get them involved super early on. It took about 3 to 5 weeks of Marquise Brown's rookie season where all of a sudden it started to be like, okay, he's now the number 1 wide receiver. It was Willie Snead for a while when Hollywood got drafted to the Ravens. It was really Willie Snead. And it was like, even though Marquise, had that crazy week 1, he still wasn't wide receiver 1 after that. It took a little bit of time. And so I think so many people are having these expectations for Rashod Bateman to come in and just put up 150 yards on 10 catches and 2 touchdowns. And that's, while I would love for that to happen, I'm not rooting against that. I just need to let you all know that the expectations probably will not be met, because the Ravens probably won't put him out there and use him on every play. Very similar to how the Ravens are looking at the Le'Veon Bell situation, where it's just like everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, we got Le'Veon Bell. Let's use him. Let's use him. Let's use him." And then the Ravens are like, "Hold on, let's wait and see. Let's get him adjusted." Even with Tyson Williams, I think, has clearly been the best running back rushing the football. I know he's struggling in pass protection um, on this team, but he's still not getting that opportunity. Why? Because they're still trying to figure everything out. Latavius is good at this part. Oh, let's try out Devontae on this thing. Tyson, okay, you can get some attempts over here. And they're just really trying to situate it. And that's exactly what's going to be happening with the wide receiver core. And he's going to be coming back. They're going to be trying to nurse him back. They don't want to just rush him in and put him out there on every snap. He'll probably be out there 40% of the passing downs, which I think is very, very respectable for, a wide receiver 3, especially coming off of injury. But I know we all have those expectations. I have such high expectations for him. I mean, I've said plenty of times, I think he could have a Justin Jefferson level impact on the Ravens. Notice I say impact, not season, because he will not have the yards and things like that. But his presence will be felt on the field. It'll be felt by Lamar Jackson. It'll be felt by Hollywood Brown and Sammy Watkins being more open. It'll be felt by the run game because defense have to focus more on the pass. Like, he's going to be a problem, but that problem will not arise for defenses for a few more weeks, even though he's already back and he's returning to practice. So, my hope is he's able to get a couple of snaps in week 5 against the Colts, but, it could be he comes back week 6 and the Ravens really just don't try and take it at, put any risk towards getting injured again or just him, not being 100%. They want everybody to be full go. And so, that's it on the Rashod Bateman side. I do want to talk a little bit about Myles Boykin because Myles Boykin is back. Where does he fit in? I think that's the most intriguing thing. I know in the offseason, all of us Ravens fans, we're talking about Myles Boykin. It's like, oh, he's a borderline guy to make the roster. I think it was pretty clear that he wasn't a borderline guy by the way that the Ravens treated the situation. He didn't play in a preseason game. He missed a lot of training camp. There were some good wide receivers that played for us, like Benjamin Victor. And they're like, nope, this guy hasn't played, but yeah, he's in. And so there's a chance that he is seen by the Ravens as wide receiver 4. And I say wide receiver 4, having Rashod Bateman as wide receiver 3. And Myles Boykin, I know a lot of people will not want me to say this, but he could be ahead of Devin Duvernay on the depth chart. He really could. And I love Devin Duvernay. I loved what he did in that Lions game. I think he's very underutilized by the Ravens offense, but I think the Ravens really love Myles Boykin. And I think that we should come to expect him to come when he comes back. I think he will have a role in this offense much more than we see from Tylen, much more than we see from Prochet, possibly much more than we see from Devin Duvernay. And there's a very slim chance, really hope it's not true, but he could have a bigger role to start off than Rashod Bateman. I don't want that. I like Myles Boykin. I think he has so much talent. He just hasn't been able to put it together. Maybe we use him in running situations, but I really hope Bateman gets over him. It's just the Ravens, how they've been utilizing him, how they've gone about his injury and stuff like that, them bringing him back so soon. Some people thought they may IR him for the year just to keep him, but they're bringing him back. I think that he's going to be used a lot more than people are expecting. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about Rashod Bateman coming back, what you think about Myles Boykin coming back, and how you think that affects the Denver game, how you think that affects the Colts game, when you think they'll actually be playing. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Subscribe for daily Ravens content, and I will see all of you again tomorrow.